Hey, Mos, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Yeah, thanks for having me.
That's a pleasure. So, look, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So basically, I come from a retail background. I was with Dixon's Group with PC World, and then from there I covered the business side, the business to business, and then I obviously thought, why am I making these guys a lot of money? I might as well try and look after myself. So rightly so, I
Yeah, I like it.
bought my first store about 16 years ago in Ashton-under-Lyne, Broadoak, and
Okay,
then
now I was just asking you, where's Broadoak again?
so Broadoak's in Ashton-under-Lyne, Greater Manchester.
Okay,
So
and
from there, sorry.
and you got another store, I think.
Yeah, that's Premier Hayside and Post Office. That's in Oldham. So we've had that for 11 years now.
Oh, brilliant. And they're what fascia are these stores?
So one's a family shopper and the other one's a Premier.
Nice. And how are they all going?
Um, so far it's good. Touch wood. They were doing okay until about 2014, where Broadoak started to die. 2013, it started to decline.
Yeah,
All we could do is what we could do within that. So I bought it originally on potential, so I had to tap into that potential, either that or leave it and let it decline. So I knocked the building down completely and then built it back up at 2,000 square feet, just the sales floor area.
and that's the
Um,
family shopper one, is it?
that's a family shopper, yeah. So that was done in 2016, and then we obviously renovated that, full renovated A to Z, and then believe it or not, every year we end up updating,
Mm,
as in terms of, you spend, what it's like, shop fitters do is quite excessive as well. So you spend about 25 grand a year, obviously moving it forward, keeping up with the trend as well.
yeah. And so, what's the difference between the two fascias and stores?
So family shopper, when we originally went for family shopper, it was Booker's discounted store. So obviously, because Broadoak's in a poor area, low income families, low unemployment, we thought pack sizes would be larger. So it's just trying to tap into the getting the second, custom, because obviously customers tend to go to discount store like Aldi, Lidl, and Tesco's, as the big fours as well. So just trying to tap into that, just get the second. What I did see was over the years, they started to go to supermarkets for the second and third shop.
Okay.
Because, so trends change. So from once a week shopping, they started to go second and third, and then just only using us for the bare minimum. So that's the reason why we renovated and made it look like a supermarket, feel like a supermarket, but have the packs in as well. So you got the large packs from washing powders to big gallons of milk and so forth, big cereal
Yeah.
boxes and yeah, packs of drinks, and so they could use it as a second shop. And the price wise, it reflects as well, on the community, so it caters for them.
Nicely done. Well, I've got a picture. Let's pull it up. Hold on. There we go. The thing that stands out on that picture, if we have another look here,
Uh-huh.
is you've got a couple of pink cars and a little electric bike outside. So I'm assuming you're doing some deliveries.
Yeah, we started the deliveries during COVID. When the first open, we signed up for the cars, but they were stuck obviously because everything was under lockdown.
Yeah,
So once the cars came up, we did that delivery. What COVID did is it pushed us over about 5 6 years forward. Um,
really. And what
yeah.
sort of numbers? Oh, who are you using first of all?
So on the delivery front, we basically use Deliveroo, we use Uber, we use Snappy Shopper. We're
Yeah.
even getting our own app developed, so it's on the near to the end stages of being developed. So that's the
Nice.
platforms we're using at the moment. So there's about five. Obviously a local platform we use as well, Ashton Eats and Oldham Eats as well.
Oh, okay. And what sort of numbers do you do in terms of how many deliveries do you reckon, a day or a week?
So on the deliveries, we started on our first few months. We were on about 50 a day. We
Oh,
smacking, yeah, we're doing about 200 a day now.
crazy. So you must have those cars and that little bike must be going out all the time.
Yeah, well, we've got across the both shops. We got 8 cars and we've got 2 bikes. We've even had to use our staff cars as well. Um,
Really?
and it's because we're using multiple platforms. But not only that, because we offer hot food, cold
Yeah.
food, freshly made, the desserts, the groceries. We also offer alcohol slushies, and we have a cocktail bar. So it goes all in hand. So you could buy basically A to Z from us on multiple platforms as well. So that helps.
Yeah, I like it. And here we have a picture of one of your lads going out
So
on these scooters. What's going on with that scooter?
right. So what basically happened was we've got about 12 drivers, dedicated drivers across both the shops. And what we were struggling with was hitting all the targets in time. So I looked at Eskuta, had a meeting with them, snapped one up, tested it. It was quite cheap, about 10p to charge up. You get about 50 miles out of it, and the staff could use it. And it looks professional. Do you get me? So
does it pay for itself, though?
Yeah, of course, 100%. So what it does is it knocks about a quarter of my deliveries out per day, and my staff could use it as well. So because sometimes we'll have like 25 orders coming in at once in 1 hour, right? Or 30 orders, right? But you might get them in half an hour, right? Where you've got an issue where you have to obviously kill that off. If it's got hot food, then you've got to make the food and the dessert, so forth. But what the bike does, it could just basically shoot out. So the other stuff we had an issue was originally about a few months ago was recruiting drivers. So with this, our staff could use it. So we have about 4 staff every day per shop. So you could just send one person out. So you still got to pick 2 people to serve or fill stock up, and you've got a person delivering as well.
And so they're also pretty cool. I've actually been on one. I didn't do any deliveries. I just whizzed around the car park for fun. But it's good to drive and not drive because you're pedaling, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, even like up hills, so there's no issues, going up the hills. It looks professional. That's the main thing for me. Do you get me? Because when I looked at it, there was no one else out there. I looked at mopeds as well, but the problem is it's a grey area. If you're delivering with L plates on a moped with insurance, it's a grey area. There's a lot obviously out there, especially in London, in city centre, doing that, and I just completely avoided it. And then on top of that, I had to invest on license, getting them trained up, that kind of stuff. And what if they left? So in this way, the staff could use it. The drivers are fine because we have 3 full-time drivers. They're doing the cars, and then we have about 8 part-time drivers. The full-time drivers are doing about 50 hours each, and the part-timers are minimum 20 hours. So we have to do that. It takes a lot of money out of you, but again, it covers itself.
I love it. Well, I'm glad you're doing so well. Look, I said these things, they go quick, and we have to go quick with it. I'm going to ask you for just before we disappear. You're obviously doing really well. We're all happy to see that. Any top tips for retailers watching this?
Basically, you got to be adaptable to change. We're always changing all the time. That's one key point. And other thing is always evolve. Never stand still. If you stand still, you're going to become a dinosaur history. Third thing is have your USP. Whatever's going to be unique to your store. It goes on the area as well. And don't copy your competitors.
I love it. It's good advice. Mos, thank you so much, buddy.
No problem.
I hope to
thank
see
you for having us. Cheers. Thank you.